My manager fired me over a cigarette. Not because I was slacking, not because I broke the rules, just because she didn't like that I smoked. A few months later, she was jobless. My friend got promoted, and her precious project, dead in the water, after she blew 10 times the budget trying to erase me. Let me tell you how I turned one petty firing into a full corporate downfall. If you've ever been disrespected by someone in power, a boss, a teacher, even a so-called friend, and wished you could serve cold, perfect justice, hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in, because this revenge isn't just satisfying, it's career-ending. Let me take you back to about a year ago. I was working at a well-known university on a content creation project, basically making videos, promos, and social media material that would boost the university's online presence. It was a high-pressure job, but I loved it. I poured my heart into it. The hours were long, the expectations even longer, but I gave them everything. And then, one day, my manager found out I was a smoker. Not that I was smoking on campus, not during work hours. I wasn't violating any policy. But that didn't matter to her. She looked at me like I'd just confessed to murder. "You're a smoker?" she said, her face twisted in disgust like she'd just stepped in something vile. I nodded, confused, thinking, what does this have to do with my work? She said nothing more that day, but something shifted. From that moment on, her attitude toward me turned ice cold. Emails that used to end with a "thanks" went out blunt and dry. Tasks doubled. Deadlines halved. Praise turned into passive-aggressive comments. Meetings where she once asked for my input, I was suddenly invisible. At first, I tried brushing it off. Maybe she was just stressed. Maybe I was overthinking. But I wasn't. 1 week later, I was called into HR. They said I was being let go due to conduct inconsistent with the university's professional image. I was stunned. Wait, what conduct? They wouldn't say. My manager had already laid the groundwork. She'd painted me as a liability, someone unprofessional, someone who couldn't represent the school well. And just like that, I was gone. No warnings, no second chances, just kicked out, all because of a personal bias. I was angry. No, I was furious. But more than anything, I felt small, powerless. But that feeling didn't last long. See, before I was fired, I had helped bring in a close friend of mine to do some subcontracted production work for the university. Let's call him Jason. Jason is a pro, decades of experience. He's the kind of guy who can take a vague concept and turn it into a viral masterpiece. I vouched for him hard when the university was looking for top-tier talent. And because of that, he landed a solid contract. After I was fired, Jason reached out. He had no idea what happened. And when I told him, his response, "She fired you for smoking? Are you serious?" He was pissed. But he had a job to do, so he kept working. And the thing is, without me there to manage the creative vision, the project started to fall apart. My manager, who clearly had no clue how production timelines, revisions, or creative workflows function, began making unrealistic demands. She wanted everything yesterday, with no budget increases and no regard for quality. Jason tried to keep things smooth until the payments stopped coming on time. Then came the micromanaging, the 2 a.m. calls, the sudden shift in project goals. She wanted a full documentary overnight with cinematic editing, drones, actors, animations, all on a budget that was barely enough for a semester's worth of student TikToks. That's when Jason called me. "Dude, she's insane. This entire project is a train wreck." I could hear the stress in his voice, the same kind of pressure I had felt before she threw me under the bus. And that's when it hit me. She had no idea what she was doing. She didn't fire me to make the project better. She fired me to feel powerful. And in doing so, she was about to burn everything down around her. So I said to Jason, calmly, "You know what to do. Charge her for everything. Double the crews, add premium equipment, bring on consultants. Do it by the book, but go big. Every single thing she asks for, deliver it. At a premium." And he did. Jason started running the project like a high-end agency would. Every last-minute change, extra cost. Every revision, additional fee. The timelines got tighter, and the price tag ballooned. And every time she gave the green light, thinking it would impress her higher-ups, she was digging her own grave. She approved everything without running it by her director. She just wanted results, fast, to prove she didn't need me. But the budget, it was approved for 18 months of my salary, and she blew through that in less than 6 weeks. 10 times the allocated budget. You read that right. 10 times. A few months after my firing, I was grabbing coffee with an old friend who still worked at the university. When I told her how I'd been let go because my manager found out I was a smoker, she literally face-palmed.
"You haven't heard? Oh my God!"
She told me the project was now under audit. The chancellor of the entire university had gotten involved after the financial department raised red flags. My former manager? Fired. Not just let go, fully exposed and humiliated in front of senior staff. Her name? Burned. The director who had overseen the project? He got a personal dressing down from the chancellor and was temporarily suspended. And Jason? He walked away with a year's worth of income and was later promoted to full director at his production house, thanks to how well he had handled the impossible project. It's funny. She fired me because she thought I wasn't professional enough to represent the university, because I smoked off campus in my own time. But in the end, her own pride, her own need to control and belittle others, was what destroyed her career. Sometimes, karma doesn't take years. Sometimes, it just needs a well-timed invoice.
If that story gave you chills, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen. And don't forget to subscribe for more true stories, where justice isn't just served, it's absolutely devoured. Until next time, stay smart, stay kind, and never underestimate someone who's been pushed too far.